I'm John Hinkle, the senior pastor of First Presbyterian Church here in downtown historic Murfreesboro on the corner of College and Spring. This is your Saturday morning preview of Sunday morning sermon, which I'm doing on Friday morning. So I just finished the sermon. I got to be honest with you, I find it so interesting. So just to let you know, usually I write my sermons on Wednesday. I always tell people the sermon is done when I can get it on paper, meaning I can finish things up and I can get it on paper and boom, it's done, and that's great. And then I can come back after my day off on Thursday and get in the office Friday, and then I can play with it. And I got to be honest with you, I'm always amazed. At the end of Wednesday, I just kind of think, well, it is what it is. It's not going to get any better. And only to come back on Friday and kind of see the wisdom that I wrote on Wednesday is not too bad. So just play with it a little bit here and there. So we're beginning a new series of sermons called The Way. And for those who aren't too familiar with the history of the church, the Way was a name given to those who believed that Jesus was not only the Messiah prophet promised by the prophets of old, but Jesus lived and died and lived again, and that through his life, death, and resurrection, we might have life. It's a name that was given to the church before the church even knew what it was. It was a name given to the church, not by those within the church, but those outside the church. It was by the ruling body of the temple. They called us the Way because we believed that Jesus was the way. Many people believe that they came up with this name through a quotation that must have been very familiar to the Sanhedrin when Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the light. No one comes to the Father but through me." So the way. And we believe Jesus is the way. And we believe that Jesus points us to the way, not just of eternal life, which is important. Lord knows that's important. But Jesus points us to a way that we are called to live out our lives. And this Sunday, we are going to focus on what that looks like a little bit, scratching the surface, because we're going to do this all through the month of June, so we don't have to knock everything out this Sunday. But we are specifically focusing on Jesus's Sermon on the Mount. Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. And Jesus begins his Sermon on the Mount with the Beatitudes. Blessed are those. So one of the things that we're going to do Sunday is take a deep look at what it means to live our life going the way of Christ, and what that means for us, what that says for us. I say in the beginning of the sermon that every single one of us has a Jesus story. We have a story where Jesus has interacted with us. Part of being part of the way is to ask, how does this work then? What does this look like for us? And I think in kind of dissecting our stories, our Jesus stories, we better understand the life that we have been called to live. So I look forward to being with you. Of course, we're in our summer season. Sunday school starts at 9. Worship starts at 10:15. It's the first Sunday of the month, so we will have full communion, and that's always a special time to be together. We have Vacation Bible School starting up next week. We're busy here at First Presbyterian Church, so I look forward to being with you this Sunday.